Hi, and welcome to another episode of Mr. Puzzle. And today's episode, we're gonna talk about coordinated motion, or to be more exact, about coordinated motion puzzles. We got the Eblo here, we got the polyhedron 30 here, and another polyhedron 13. All of these puzzles here are crafted by Václav Obsivač from the Czech Republic, and I got them from JP Games from Great Britain. I will put your link to the shop where you can get these puzzles, of course, in the video description. So just check them out if you like what you see. And I will just start to take them here out of the box. And whoa, you can already see how well these things are crafted. The quality is insane. You can see a slight gap here. And this is probably where the puzzle is separating. So, and as usual, as for coordinated puzzles, it's not just that you can take them apart. There is some kind of a trick or a specific way how you need to hold the puzzles to pull them apart. So it can be quite tricky. The difficulty rating of these puzzles is not too difficult, so it's also doable for someone who's not experienced with puzzles. So maybe also a nice Valentine's gift for your loved one. This is the second one, the polyhedron 30, and this one is made from walnut and maple wood, while this one is made from acacia, maple and plum wood, by the way. And we got a third one, I think, which is from the geometry similar to this one here, and this is the polyhedron 13. It's a little bigger than this one, but seems to have the same, more or less the same shape. And look at these puzzles. They are made so beautiful and they are so smooth to handle. This is really some good stuff here and very, very satisfying to handle. This one is made, by the way, from plum, elm, cherry and maple wood. All of these three puzzles, of course, I put a link in the video description as already mentioned. And after the spoiler break, I'm gonna try to take them apart and reassemble them, which might be tricky. Let's see. Okay, so let's start with the cubed one first. Here we go. And I'm not sure if how interesting it is to watch me solving this, so I might skip here some parts of the video to make it more interesting for you. Nevertheless, this is so satisfying to handle, and I mean, look how beautiful these pieces are made of. From pure wood, of course, no decor or anything, and this is just very, very satisfying here to handle. And I will just try to open it up. There is this wooden ball inside, which makes some noise, but overall it's not moving at all, the pieces. And let's just follow the lines. You can see some small gaps, yeah, and you can maybe use them to understand how the shapes of the two pieces look like. Usually these puzzles are not too difficult. It's rather a nice object to show on your shelf or give to someone as a present, as I already mentioned, for Valentine's gift or some secret compartment. I think I found it already. If I press this corner down here and this one up here, I can slide the pieces apart. This is of course also sometimes based a little bit on experience, how fast you find a solution. This one was quite easy for me to solve. And there is the little wooden ball, and it's also numbered here. Here we got the solution, and of course another part of the solution is to reassemble them again. Now we will first continue with the polyhedron 13. Basically no idea how this thing should open up. You can see that it's slightly moving. Oh yeah, I think I maybe got it already. It's slightly coming apart, as you see. But it's not really... Okay, now it's back again. Now it seems to be stuck. Completely stuck. I can feel a slight movement from the single parts. So there is some very, very slight free play. so it means the pieces are not stuck together and held by too much friction. I'm pretty much sure if I find the right point they will easily come apart, but it's fascinating because this is a real solid block of wood. A very, very beautiful one, by the way. Look at this. The slightly shiny surface here of this maple wood. Wow, just amazing. But actually it's no problem if there is no movement or nothing. I mean, you know me, and the longer it takes, the more I am amazed of this puzzle. So I'm pretty much sure you need to hold this in a very unusual angle to be able to slide it apart. I think something happens here. It wants to come apart, but oh, I got it. I got it. I have no idea how, but I got it. And look at this, how complex actually these pieces are inside. So this will be a really interesting reassembly, I think. Let's just check it out after I solved this one here, the polyhedron 13. And this one is, from my point of view, the most beautiful one of these three. It looks amazing with these 4 different kinds of wood here. As I already mentioned in the intro, they are not too difficult to solve, but incredibly nice to show in your shelf. And I think everyone will grab this thing and will try to solve it. The problem is now I didn't notice how I was able to solve the previous one. So I will just start from 0 here for this one. There's a gap here, as you can see. I think I need to reassemble them to understand how I really did it. Ooh! Oh my god! It just exploded in my hand. So maybe I applied a little bit too much force here. Yeah, sorry. Now you're awake again, probably. Okay, so no damage, no. So it's also pretty robust. I just pulled the right pieces and it just exploded in all directions. So the geometry, it looks the same as the previous one, but this one I personally prefer more because I like the design a little bit more than the other one. However, sorry, I still need to laugh because it just exploded out of my hands, yeah. And I will try now to reassemble these 3, starting with the Eblo, which was the first one. Put the wooden ball inside, and I think this will be probably pretty easy. So I was able to push it apart. Ah, okay. So there are these 2 wooden sheets here, and they just need to be pushed in like so. So very easy reassembly. Not really a coordinated motion here on this one, at least no difficult one. But let's see the second one, and I'm pretty much sure this one will give us some satisfaction here. So let's see. Are these parts all the same? No, they are obviously not the same. There are slight variations when it comes to this piece here. The rest of the parts seems to be mostly or completely the same. However, let's just double check how we can get them back together. And I'm pretty much sure here on this puzzle we will need some nice coordinated motion. I will just try to place them now in a way which makes sense by try and error. I think this is just right, so these 2 parts probably need to come together in this way. This makes sense here. And the other 2 parts need to probably come in a way together, or in the same way together. I will try to find another way. I will try to find a way that I can put them together. Let's say that I got 2 halves which can be put together. Okay, this I think is the right way. So I just found this orientation here of the 2 parts by looking on the outer surfaces. So just place them together like so, and they fit perfectly together. So I think this might be a nice way. Here we go. Now I need to bring these 2 together. Well, to do it, obviously we need to slide them apart a little bit. And this is what's now all about in the coordinated motion puzzles. To be able to perform what you would like to perform, which is not quite easy. I will try to join them like so. Look at this mess here inside. Nearly, I think it's the right way to do it. Now I will slide them apart. Whoa. This is as tricky as expected. But I think now... here we go. I think they're interlocked now, as you can see. And now look at this. The satisfying moment each coordinated movement puzzle comes with is the moment when they slide together. And they are joined back together again in the initial shape. Great, great design. And the next one I'm gonna try is this one. I will use the same strategy here. I think it's even the same geometry. Cannot exactly remember in detail how I did it, but I used the same approach now, putting these two pieces together by aligning the outer surfaces. And then it allows me, hopefully, again, trying to join the edges. And here we go. Second time, fast as the first time, and look at this, how satisfying they come together. They just slide together without me doing anything. These have been the 3 puzzles for today. I'm amazed by the quality, and it gives you a lot of satisfaction to handle these. So that's it for today. Please let me know in the comments what you think about these puzzles, if you like them as much as I do, what you think about coordination puzzles. Is this something you are interested on, or are you just interested in something that's very difficult instead of having an incredible nice design, or maybe both together? So just hit the like button to let me know if you like this episode. Just hit the bell if you would like to stay informed about further episodes, and you can also follow me and join me on Instagram and Facebook, of course. Until next time, keep on puzzling.